So welcome to this review of the heats of the Time Greyhound Nutrition 3 Steps to Victory, and we'll look forward to the semi-finals coming up this Sunday with Willie Rigney from sponsor Time Greyhound Nutrition and Andrew Mascarenas, the Director of Racing at Owlerton Stadium. I'm Rob Crawford. I'm going to take you through, we'll take you through all of the heats. A little later on, we're going to be talking to two of the trainers that shined in the heats, Gary Hamilton and Craig Morris. But now we've got Willie and Andrew. So hi to both of you, and thanks very much for joining us for this chat about the 3 Steps to Victory.
Hi, Rob.
Good afternoon, Rob. Afternoon, Willie.
Right. Okay.
Andrew.
So first of all, we'll go through the 6 heats of the 6 heats from last Sunday. So this is heat number 1. We had the other boss in track 1, Senja Mac in 2, Gilo Legend in 3, Loxley's Forest in 4, Arthur Job in 5, and Ballymac Miller was in trap number 6. And as we can see, it was a good start through the middle of the track for Gilo Legend. But then the other boss comes through and bosses them here as they go around the second bend and into the back straight. A great burst of pace for Carol Weatherall's runner. So it was out in front. We had the other boss who was then showing rivals a clean set of paws. In second place, we had Arthur Job, and also qualifying from this heat was Loxley's Forest, the Jason Gray runner. So impressive run there from the other boss. How did you see that one going? Were you impressed with the way that the other boss ran?
Yeah, very.
Willie.
Well, yeah, you'd have to be impressed with him, and he's relishing the distance, obviously. Like, you know what I mean. So when he opens up, he's a dog. When you get on it, it'll be very, very hard to peg back.
Yeah, just to reiterate what Willie said, really. Yeah, the other boss did run well. It kept its pitch on the inside and took advantage of that true around the first bend with the middle runners. And once it hit the front, it was never going to be caught at any point.
Second heat, we had Hollyhill Pad in 1,
Ballymac Willett in 2,
Muffled Oscar in 3, Very Elegant in 4, Newing Cloud was in 5, and Brinkley's Louis was in trap number 6. So Very Elegant had a really progressive start. So Very Elegant broke really nicely through for Sean Davey flying the flag. Brinkley's Louis did get first run, but then Very Elegant is tracking through, and as we see go down the back straights, Very Elegant just gets through here as runs up on the inside. So it's still Brinkley's Louis, Very Elegant as they're nip and tuck going around this third and fourth bends, and then Very Elegant, the class starts to shine through. Very Elegant, Brinkley's Louis, and another local dog, Marfield Oscar, all qualified from the second heat. A bit more of a workman type performance for Very Elegant there.
Okay, Andrew.
Well, yeah, but that's probably its worst distance as well in the competition, 480. So it's only going to improve as the competition goes further forward. 6 bend open form winning as well for Sean. It's in very good form at the moment as well.
Yeah, I thought the same. I think last week is one of the ones when you were asking me about what was my nap or not, my tips for the competition, and I picked him out with his local knowledge with Sean. He's kind of in good form, and he obviously has him laid out for this. And again, he relished the extra run, like, or the extra distance, should I say,
Yeah, third of our heats, we had Droopy's Extra Good in 1, Kilmore Dancer in 2, Ballymac Alicia in 3, Stonepark Abbott in 4,
Ballymac Dalton in 5,
and Pin All In was in 6, and Pin All In makes the best of starts. Then Kilmore Dancer comes through on the inside, just brushes off rivals, and it's Catch Me If You Can for Kilmore Dancer, being trapped by Droopy's Extra Good, the 2024 Jim Crack finalist, with Pin All In tracking round. The others are out of sight here as they come into the home straight. It's still Kilmore Dancer from Droopy's Extra Good, and Pin All In are the qualifiers from that heat.
Yeah, very professional performance there from the winner. Like, he went up and he drove a great first bend, and that was game over at this stage, and was running on well. Pin All In, I suppose, we need to get in a slightly better pitch. A bit unlucky, but certainly the winner was impressive there, and that he knew where he's at and used his position well.
Yeah. I was going to say that's one of Mark Wallace's that he did talk a little bit about in last week.
Yeah, he did run very well for Mark. I think 6 first look at the track was running well until he got that bit of trouble off Kilmore Dancer, but Kilmore Dancer was very impressive for Mark. again, looks like it'll get the 500 triple to it nicely, and then hopefully progress well into the finals if it gets there as well.
We'll go on to the fourth of the heats. We got Brinkley's Betty in trap 1, Clodcar Rosie in 2, Flying Desire in 3, Arthur Minutes in 4, New In DJ in 5.
Grosvenor Sienna in trap number 6.
With Clodcar Rosie broke out, the Tom Helbron runner got out really nicely on the inside. So Clodcar Rosie then being trapped by Flying Desire, and on the outside New In DJ, and they are the three rather that did get through. New In DJ was then harrying Clodcar Rosie, but once she got to the front, she wasn't to be passed down the home straight. So Clodcar Rosie goes through alongside New In DJ and Flying Desire for John Lamb.
Well, I'm sure Clodcar Rosie's won here before as well for Tom Hilburn. I thought 3 was very unlucky. Flying Desire was coming to win the race at the Fairbairn, got held up. Unfortunately, he's probably drawn the hardest semi-finals, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Clodcar Rose run very well for Tom Hilburn, and he also supports us very well throughout the year as well. So it's nice to see Tom progressing with a runner in the semi-finals.
Yeah, similar to that, a very gutsy performance. Now it's a bitch, I think it is. Very very gutsy performance, and yeah, I know what you're saying there. But Flying Desire getting a bit checked back, but in fairness, she closed the door to third bend and away again, like and got every yard of it, and yeah, it's nice to see Tom there involved.
Onto the one of the mouth-watering heats, heat number 5. Farley's Mate in 1, Raspberry Kate in 2. Carrick Fergie's in 3, Wiki Ned's in 4, Dunelm Dragons in 5, and Clona Curly was in 6. And Carrick Fergie smashed the lids, did do a sub 4-second sectional here. Carrick Fergie and Wiki Ned, both the 2 fastest sectional times of all of the heats, but Carrick Fergie is running up, and I thought pulled slightly further away going around the tavern turn and then into the 4th bend, but then Wiki Ned starts to track through, and I think possibly if this was over 500 metres, Wiki Ned would have got his muzzle in front, but all credit to Carrick Fergie, and we will be talking to Carrick Fergie's trainer Gary Hamilton a little bit later on. But how did Willie, what did you think of that heat?
Very, very impressive from all 3 actually. I mean, don't take away from Clona Curly there, was flying home as well. So as the competition goes on, it's looking for probably a race ahead from here. But yeah, top class performance. He blew down the lead. Possibly, I know he's a couple of trials. The Wiki Dog needs to shake off the cobwebs a little bit, but I'd go with your sentiments there. Another few yards, and I think he would have nailed them, and be interesting to see this weekend. But I suppose the most impressive heat of the 2. And they race one another hard,
Andrew?
I think the 296 sectional is certainly the fastest I've ever seen. A few locals can't remember a sectional as quick as that ever. Stuck to its task very well, Carrick Fergie. Very big scalp. It's claimed by beating Wiki Ned, Gym Crack winner here, Still City Cup winner, Northern Flat. It's a very good scalp for Gary Hamilton.
Don't forget the All England Cup, otherwise. Don't forget the All England Cup.
Yes, of course. Yeah, sorry, that one as well. But yeah, Diane Henry's Clona Curly did some big running as well. I think it was 5th at the top bend, so it's gone some big running to qualify as well.
So, and I would say Clonker Curly was one of those ones which is it's one of the stayers that sort of sneak through into the, and that's one of those things where do you look for a dog that can get qualified, or do you look for a dog that can perform in the final and then hopefully get through the round? So
yeah, he'd kind of wear the Joker in the pack tag, really, wouldn't he? Yeah,
absolutely. So on to the 6th and final of the heats. We've got Sunnyside Broxies was in 1, Tabletoppers in 2, Savannah Jackpot in 3, Chelms Bear in 4, Savannah Regimentals in 5, and Raspberry Angel was in trap number 6. So it was a good start on the outside by Raspberry Angel, with Tabletoppers coming through, with Chelms Bear now up into 3rd place, and down the back straight, Chelms Bear, this whoosh of pace, it took my breath away in commentary, quite literally, but Chelms Bear then is just pulling further and further clear. And I know that Chelm's Bear has been installed as the anti-post favourite now at this semi-final stage. So Chelm's Bear qualified alongside Table Toppers and Raspberry Angel, also qualified for Paul Rutherford. But Chelm's Bear, and we will be talking to Chelm's Bear's trainer Craig Morris a little bit later on to see how he thought he went. But Andrew, how did you think that Chelm's Bear ran there?
I would say that was the most impressive heat winner of the day. The pace it showed down the back straight, especially first look at the track as well, was exceptional. Probably had the same reaction as you did, Rob, when you were commentating that, and even everybody in the office thought exactly the same. The pace it showed down the back straight, and then just to run away from the field as well. Obviously, it's a class dog X track record or a toaster as well. So it was very, very impressive.
That's it. And what did you think of
Same as there. Like, it means a serious cruising pace. Like when he got going, fortuitous at the first bend, I suppose. You know what I mean? He used his gap, and his dog a little bit like that. When he gets his opening, he will do the run. Ran very, very well coming home as well. But and I think he has he won, I think, in the semi-final, which I'd say will suit him a lot better. The fact he hasn't been around the track before, and I'd say he'd be better suited on the inside if he does happen to slightly miss it, which he looks like a little short of a yard up. By God, he has it everywhere else.
Yeah, and I must admit, I did see in the press this week, Craig Moss talking about Chelm's Bear, and he did talk about a tilt for another competition that you're sponsoring over in Ireland, the
He
Dundalk
did.
International.
Craig spoke to me during the week. He rang me during the week there, to say to put the name forward or whatever. And his name is in the hat now. Like, it's a bit different in Ireland to maybe England, even though we sponsor, we can give our view. But it's the racing manager and that picks the six for the international. So he's putting his name in the event of him. In the event of being accepted, it would look like he'd run on a Sunday and then have to run on the following Saturday in Dublin or in Dundalk without a trial. But they're going on what Andrew was saying. He's possibly a dog that can take a track for first look as well, like, you know. But
Yeah,
Dundalk, to me, would be personally, if I owned a Dundalk, as a track you need to be around, you know.
yeah.
And it's not that long a run to the bend, so whether that would suit or not, I don't know. But certainly he's cruising pace. If he got loose in Dundalk, he'd do a run and say, all right, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think I must admit, and I found I was doing the post racing pictures with Craig, very nervy dog as well. So it's one of those things where to traveling. Well, he's had to travel 4 hours or so to get to Sheffield and back, and like 4 hours to get to Sheffield on Sunday. So
Yeah.
traveling doesn't seem to phase him too much, which is it's not a bad thing. But
Yeah, so unfortunately, that was Patrick Jansen's reservations about coming to international, and that, drug his plunge. He's not the most comfortable dog outside his environments. He just felt it might be too long outside of environments. Only for that, he was hell bent on coming, like, you know.
but obviously, if Chelm's Bear was to go on and win the Time Ground Nutrition 3 Steps to Victory, that would be a huge tick in his box. That it would be very difficult for Dundalk not to accept him if he does go on and win this Cat 1
Which
competition.
would be the fact. He's UK, but we have very strong dogs over here in Ireland as well.
Of course, naturally.
Not to take from that, but we would relish, and I would sincerely hope that we have a couple of UK entries. We will have one, I think, anyway. In that, I see Matthews is going to enter the Champagne Club's dog, and
Right, yeah.
he'd be classified as a UK runner, I suppose. To be fair, like, you know, and he'd have local knowledge, and I said he's a good enough CV to be accepted. So I presume he'd make the cut. I don't know. I mean, previous now, I said that's left to management and that.
Absolutely. So that was they were the heats from last week. The first semi-final, which is due off at 4:42. Chelm's Bear, we've just been talking about, is in trap one. The heat winner of heat number 6, very elegant, who won heat 2, is in trap 2. The other boss who won heat number 1 is in trap 3. Carrot Fergie, who won heat 5, is in 4. Flying Desire for John Lamb is in 5, and Newing DJ in 6. It's the sort of almost like the Clash of the Titans semi-final, isn't it?
Sorry.
I said it's almost like the Clash of the Titans, that semi-final.
Yeah. What can I say there? And that is a tough one now. I'd say going back to Chillins Bear, he is a little bit defining the clock on the run up with his split, but he's drawn perfect, like, you know. Sean Davies, dog as well with his knowledge, but Sir Carrie Fergie does his usual trap again. It'll be catch me if you can, Dan, you know, really, won't it?
That's it. And the other boss, I think, will be staying on pretty strongly as well. And
Yeah,
then you start to bring in the likes of New in DJ, who is another sort of greyhound that's going to be tracking around. And we
yeah, and
should,
then the Flying Desire, he's a little bit unlucky in running there, in that the bitch closed him off the last day, but I'd carry trap four is a very strong trap to use if and he seems to be well capable of using it if he gets out but if Chelms gets in his tail, he'll have to do some run to stay in front of him.
yes, exactly. Andrew, how did you? What did you think of the first semi-final? I know that there was a few gasps when we were making the draw.
Yeah, I think there were a few curse words as well, wasn't there? It's by far the best semi-final on paper. Four heat winners. I mean, Carrick Fergie's gone under 29 seconds over 500. 4:13 section was absolutely flying. If it repeats that, will it get caught? I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a fantastic semi-final. Very elegant. Is in exceptional form at the moment for Sean Davey. Like I said, Chelms Bear was my standout heat winner. But it's a very tricky one, especially with only two going through as well. So I think there might be some maybe hard luck stories in this one.
Yeah, exactly. And even like when you look at the other boss, when I was talking to the Racing Post
Paul Brown.
from the Racing Post, he said he was saying that when I sent him the picture over with Darren Holmes in it, and he said, "I think that's the first time I've ever seen Darren smile." So does he know something that we don't?
Possibly. We'll find out on Sunday, won't we?
Impeccably bred dog, yeah. So yeah, and they're a good racing family, yeah. So there could be more there in the locker, you know.
That's it. And Willie, what did you think of that first semi-final?
It's as Andrew said there, it's mouth-watering. They could be upset in it, yeah. But again, I said I'm always for the early there, and like you can't fault Carrick Fergie's early pace, and he should lead up. But yeah, Chelm's impressive. Yeah, the other, but listen, it's a nightmare of
I,
a semi-final for the owners.
I
I can say
think it's
that.
going to be a case of there's going to be obviously the first two qualify for the final. We're going to have two very elated camps and four hard luck stories. I think we'll end up having through, and
Yeah,
any one
no,
of
to
the
be fair, it's
heats.
probably do a final justice that lineup. You know what I mean? What's in it, like, you know? To be fair, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. So onto the second of the semi-finals, we've got Arthur Job in one, Tabletoppers in two, Wiki Ned in three, Clodcar Rosie is in four, who won the third of the heats, Raspberry Angels in five, and Pin All In is in trap number six. So obviously, chance for Wiki Ned to redeem himself from his second place behind the impressive Carrick Fergie in the first round in the heats rather.
Yeah,
It is,
it's
yeah. I mean, you'd expect it to win that heat on all known previous form, not just here at other tracks as well. Looks like it's got quite a bit on hand sectional wise on everything as well. If you just run through the form of the dogs as well, so I think Jimmy's probably looking at a Cat One final at Sheffield here, and then who knows who's going to pick up second? I mean, Arthur Job made a lot of running to qualify in the heats. So we'll see. But yeah, Wiki Ned should qualify comfortably if it does everything it should be doing.
yeah. I go with that. This hits I suppose the phrase. It's wikis for losing, really. You know what I mean? This semi-final, you'd be thinking, uh, bitch ran very good to the four bitch last time. The Clodgar bitch, and the pin on in was a little bit unlucky in his run. He was well behind as well, but a bit unlucky. I don't know really. It's wide open for the second spot, but to me, it'll be catch me if you can. Dan Wiki will be gone, and it's a battle of the rest. Who'll take the runner-up spot?
Okay, and then on to the third of the semi-finals, which is race 10 on our card on Sunday afternoon, due off at 5:19. Kilmore Dancer, the heat winner, is in trap number one. Loxley's Forest in two. Marfield Oscar, like for local trainer Lisa Stevenson's in three. Droopy's Extra Good is in four. Clona Curly is in five, and Brinkley's Louis in trap number six. It probably looks to be the easiest qualification of all of the semi-finals. I would say, obviously, Kilmore Dancer was a heat winner, but you could see any one of the six sneaking through into the final.
Yeah, come on, Dancer. Obviously, the only heat winner in there. I think the race will probably play into the hands of Clonakilly as well. Droop is extra good. He's a very tight railer. That'll be heading to the fence straight away, so it's leave a lot of room for Clonakilly, and it did some big running as well in the 480 heats. So it should have a nice gap. Six will stay out wide out the way. So Kilmore Dancer for me, then Clonakilly to finish second, which hopefully will mean we don't have a all-railer affair in the final if everything goes to form.
Fingers crossed. What were your thoughts of that third of the semi-finals?
Yeah, listen, you can't take anything away from the heat winner, Kilmore Dancer. I mean, in the hands of Mark as well. You know what I mean? He'll be relishing getting the trap on, and he'll make the best use of that if he can at all. Again, I mentioned earlier on, Clonakilly is one of those. As I said to you, the joker in the pack, and certainly if he gets, I hadn't race read the same as Andrew there, but if he gets that kind of room, he'll be a big danger. He's a big run, a big fast running dog. The Droopy's extra guard dog ran very well as well in his first round, but I I'd probably go the same route. In fact, the way the draw is in favour of Kilmore, and if Clona gets he's a very fast hound. But I'd go between him and Droopy's extra guard. I'm not sure. Couldn't pick the second.
Okay, that's great. So we'll very quickly just have a quick look at the betting, the outright betting for, which has been very kindly put up by our friends at Bresbet. So as I alluded to a little earlier, Chelmsford is now our favourite for the outright competition with Bresbet and Wikined. Do you, if any changes, what would you at this point? Where would you want your money to be?
Personally, Wikined, because I think it will definitely qualify and make the final. I think Chelmsford is in an extremely hard semi-final. Yes, it was very impressive, but it's a very hard semi-final. I expect Wikined to qualify for the final on that base. I would say Wikined personally.
Similar here. Those Bresbet lads in Tenya, I know them well. I want to loosen it a little bit. Bet365 was going 4-1 to two of them, Chelmsford and Wikined, because I backed Wikined last week at 7-2, and then I looked to see he went 4-1, so I know my luck. And then I couldn't kind of understand the rationale of exactly when the draw came out there, they went 4-1 the Chelm's dog, because I said he's a tricky, tough semi-final. I suppose if you're looking for a bit of value and it's in the same when you're going Wikined 7-2, Carrickfervey is a very attractive 7-1 there.
Yeah, because
if you're going for a bit of each way value or whatever now, you know.
Yeah, you're looking for dogs that you think maybe could get through to the final, and on that sort of basis, Clonakilly at 14-1 looks a big price, because you wouldn't have thought that he would be 14-1 if he was to qualify, and it's difficult to see him not qualifying from the semi-final.
Yeah, you know, so there's probably a bit of value for someone if they have, but as it is with me, I have me a few quid on a week for all wiki at that price, but you're a bit tight over there. We're getting 4-1 over here about him.
Have a word with Carl then, eh?
You may get a car, get that Perry lad to loosen the shekels there a bit, yeah.
I think he's still paying back the bonus for Wikined, so that's maybe what's been a little bit more on the cautious side.
He won't worry about little things like that.
That's great, wonderful. So that's good, and we're looking forward for you. You're coming over. You'll be over in the UK for the final a week on Sunday.
I will indeed. I'll be over that day, and we'll meet everyone there that wants to have a chat with us, whatever it's about business or for leisure or whatever. We'll meet there. I'll be over there all day on that day.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Okay, well,
we might have a chat with you next week for a few minutes as well. Like if that
of course, always welcome. We may even have a drink. We'll see if we can get Andrew's company credit card behind the bar.
Oh yeah, that's very hard to get. That's very hard to get done. Whatever. We're not going to.
I've been issued one yet.
I'm heading back this time. Yeah. Yeah. No bother, lads. Okay.
That's brilliant. Thanks ever so much. And
Thanks, lads.
obviously, good luck to all connections in the semi-finals. We're going to be talking a little bit later on to Gary Hamilton, who's Carrick Fergie's trainer, and for Craig Morris, Chelm's Bears trainer, and we'll find out what their thoughts are a little bit later on. Welcome to Gary Hamilton. He joins us from his base up near Stirling in Scotland. Gary, thanks for your time. I know you're really busy. And first of all, congratulations on getting Carrick Fergie through to the semi-finals of the Time Ground Nutrition 3 Steps to Victory.
Cheers, Rob. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no. So first of all, just tell people that may not know about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been training, how many dogs you got in the kennel.
I've been training I've been in the flapping game for years when I was younger. And we got our professional licence in 2019. And then ever since then, I think we started off at Shawfield. We were doing the handicapping there. And I wasn't too keen on it. Said to my dad, I didn't like it. So he was like, right, where do we go next? And I think it was PO we tried. And I liked it because it was level off racing. And ever since for then, started doing the graded racing in PO, and then I kind of went off that as well, and I was like, right, what do I do next? Just kept setting myself wee goals, and then started open racing, and then look where we are, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, I know you quite well from the open racing scene, whether it be at Sheffield or Nottingham or other tracks that I see you at. So you do have some nice dogs in the kennel, and that brings us on to Carrick Fergie, who did the business on Sunday afternoon. He seems to have been a bit of a tad frustrating to train. He was seen the tail end of last year, got to the semi-final of the All England Cup. Then he was off for quite a long period and didn't come back until the sort of the springtime.
He had son up with him at the time, so we were nursing him when we went to the All England Cup. He came out well in his open race before that started, and then when we put him in the competition, he never came away twice. So we decided to do what we had today over Christmas, and then left him off to rest, brought him back, and it's worked out. So
yeah, because obviously it came back towards the end of April, made all to win at Sheffield in a over the 500 metre trip. So he does have recent winning form over the trip he's going to take on Monday. Then he took him to Nottingham and he won that Cat 3 competition over at Nottingham. So he's coming to the competition in flying form.
He's doing good sprint times too. He done a 17:53 around Nottingham. And what I've been doing with him, Rob, I've not been overrunning him, keep him fresh. And like the other now when we took him to Sheffield, the plan was give him the 480 show, leave him off the 2 weeks, and then hopefully bang do it in that quarterfinals and lead them in. And the plan is to keep bringing them on fitness wise. So we're hoping this week. You never know if he's going to do the same as last week because it'll be hard to repeat. But listen, if he comes out and leads, then he's in with a good chance. But if he doesn't, he's in trouble because they're all good dogs at the back of him. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. So no, that's good. But we'll take a look. We'll take a quick look at Sunday's heat. And what was very good was the fact that both you and Wiki Ned, who was in the same heat, did the fastest two sectional times of all of the heats, which was really encouraging. We've got Farney's Mate in trap number 1, Raisbury Kate is in trap 2, Wiki Ned in trap 4, Dunelm Dragon is in trap number 5, and Clona Curly is in the stripes of 6. You're in the white jacket here and absolutely smashed the lids, which was a really good effort. But you're out and you're playing the Catch Me If You Can, and having the 2024 Greyhound of the Year in that, trying to catch you if you can. Obviously, you're in the middle of the track looking around. What are you thinking when you're looking around watching this?
To be honest, I was expecting to be in behind the 4, but like I said, the plan earlier on was just to get him through there and bring him on fitness wise. But I knew he can bang out a box, but yet obviously on Sunday there he banged out something off it, and like the 296 sectional was impressive. So I didn't expect that, but listen, the wee dog's coming forward every week, so all good, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. No, really good, really nice run there. And then looking forward to the semi-final draw. And you've been when you saw the semi-final draw, what were your initial thoughts of that?
Well, they're all good dogs in it, eh? So, to be honest, I wasn't really thinking much. I'm just thinking get them through, keep them fit. Well, sorry, not keep them fit, just keep them whole, and then take a chance. If he bangs you and leads him, then it's catch me if you can. But if he doesn't bang out, then he's in big trouble. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously the semi-final, you've got Chelmsford who won the sixth heat in trap one. Very Elegant who won the second heat, I believe it was, in two. The other boss who won the first heat in trap three. You won the fifth heat. You're in trap four. Flying Desire for John Lamb, who was behind Clodcar Rosie, is in trap five, and Newin DJ also in that Clodcar Rosie heat is in six. A real hot heat with four heat winners there.
They're all good dogs, you know what I mean? But he's the quickest away. If he can lead them, he's in with a chance. If he doesn't, he's in trouble. Simple as that.
Yeah, sure. So that's good. But yeah, good luck for Sunday. I hope everything goes all right. So far, so good on the preparation as the week's gone on.
Aye, everything's been fine. So he's coming back how he was last week. So fingers crossed.
Great stuff. Well, Gary, thanks ever so much for your time and very good luck on Sunday.
No worries, Rob. Cheers for that, mate.
So I'm here with Craig Morris, trainer of Chelmsford Bear, who won the sixth and final heat of the Time Ground Nutrition 3 Steps to Victory on Sunday. First of all, welcome, Craig, and thanks very much for your time. I know you've got a busy day on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rob.
So, first of all, obviously you're relatively new to the training ranks. I must give you an apology. I was talking when we were reviewing the heats, and I said that only two trainers had winners previously in the 3 Steps to Victory competition. But obviously, you're an integral part of Hayley Keithley's team, who won the competition in 2020 with Roxanne Christoph. So you were very much so you do know what it takes to win the 3 Steps to Victory.
Yeah, that was a great competition for Christoph. He made his debut in that. I think he broke the track record in the first round. But
I think he did.
Yeah, no, good memories.
Yes, and obviously you're out on your own, and you're based over at Yarmouth, and you're doing pretty well there. And you've got Chelmsford Bear, obviously previously Barntick Bear when it was trained by Patrick Janssens, but obviously come to yourself. We've had the name change, and is it a greyhound you're getting to know well? Is he still a work in progress? Very nervous greyhound, as we found out when we're doing the pictures after the sixth heat.
Yeah, he is. He's really nervous. I was a bit worried, because there's a lot of kids at Sheffield and they're all running about. And I could see him on parade, half looking across, thinking. I thought, oh, but now he took it all in his stride, and yeah, he's getting better. He's happier now. He's settled in. He's with a bitch, and he's loving life here now.
Well, brilliant. That's great. Well, we'll take a very quick look at that. At your heat. Sunnyside Broxy in trap number 1, Table Toppers in 2, Savannah Jackpot in 3, Chelmsford Bear is in trap 4, Savannah Regimental is in 5, and Raisbury Angel in trap number 6. So you've maybe not got the best of starts here, but the burst of pace that was shown down the back straight, it took my breath away. And when I was commentating, and he sort of really put the pedal to the metal as I went down the back straight here. You can see that burst of pace, and then it was just catch me if you can, and none of the rivals were coming anywhere close.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got ferocious pace. Do you know what I mean? He is. He's one of the fastest dogs in the country when he gets it right. If you soloed all them dogs, I'm pretty sure he virtually go the fastest, but he hasn't got the best racing brain, and his starting does let him down. But when he gets chance to run and space to run, he's a very fast greyhound.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously he was he qualified in a winning time of 27:49, which was really good, with Raisbury Angel behind and Table Toppers the favourite that squeaked through in third place. And it looks like you've got a pretty hot heat in the semi-finals. You've been drawn in track number 1 alongside Very Elegant, the other boss, Carrick Fergie, Flying Desire, and New In DJ. Do you think the rails will definitely will be a help or a hindrance?
His Achilles heel is he's just not starting. You know, he's got the bits of the bitching too, which is a good starter and will go straight to the fence. The other boss will go straight to the fence. So if he missed it, he could be under pressure and getting squoze up. Is the key to him is just trying to get him to start a little bit better and get a clear run. If he gets a clear run, he's as fast as anything in there. But when you look at the race, I mean, the Carrick dog of Gary's obviously that ran a blinder on Sunday. You think that went up in 2:98. He went up in 3:33. You think he's 35 spots behind just from the boxes to the winning line, and it's not a long run from the 480 to the winning line,
Exactly,
is it? As you know,
yeah.
and for him to only go like 10 spots slower just shows you how much pace he's got and what ground he made up.
Yeah. That like I said, that burst of pace down the back straight was almost like a wow moment when you see it. And I did look with one of our friends at Brisbane to have priced up the outright competition, and Chelm's Bear has been installed as favourite at this stage. It shows you what respect the bookmakers have with regards to Chelm's Bear.
Yeah. I'm just happy he didn't have it at the start and he went up 16.
No, fantastic. So obviously you've got some nice dogs in the kennel. Any other dogs we should be looking out for?
Yeah, I've got a really nice bitch called Chelm's Chloe. She's making a debut on Friday at Romford in a maiden there. She's trialled in really well, and I really like her. I've got a nice young pup there called Flashing Fender. He's won a couple at Toaster, but he's only in August 23, and he got the cough and it set him back a bit. But no, we've got a good kennel of dogs. I've got another dog, Glory Lord. He ran cheap sandwiches to 2 lengths in the first round of the Derby, but he's picked up a bit of a strain on his hock, so he's just gonna have a month off or so. But yeah, no, the kennel's really improving in class of dog and hopefully results then.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, thanks ever so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And best of luck with Chelm's Bear.
Cheers, Rob. Thank you.